Hey, how's it going? I'm Isaac with Premier Rare Coins. I got an opportunity to do something pretty interesting a couple weeks ago. The podcaster Sean Mike Kelly had a VIP event, and I happened to get invited to set up a coin booth at this event. They set us up in this cool little box room. I was with my friend Kinzer from Kinzer Coins, and he brought over Tyler. So we set up, we were showing coins off to people. It was pretty interesting. I've never set up a coin booth outside of a coin show, so it's kind of, it was a cool experience, and you could really tell how interested the people were in just general history stuff. You show somebody a coin from even just a couple hundred years ago, and they go crazy for it. So this video is kind of split up into three different parts. The first part is Dean kind of walking through his booth, the stuff that he brought. Then our friend Tyler from Shanna Schmidt Numismatics showed off some of his really cool ancient coins. And then at the end is me talking to Sean Mike Kelly about Shipwreck coin. Pretty wild afternoon. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, welcome. This is the Kinzer Coins booth here at Sean Mike Kelly's awesome party we're having tonight. I just wanted to show you a few things that I brought. I want to include ancient coins in as many people's knowledge as possible, so I'm including everything I can to interest people. So in the first area, I have obviously a statue of Athena on Mars, but I also have older books from 1700, that time frame, of Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great, because not everybody has interest in ancient coins, but coins are in these books and they're very interesting. And then on this side of the table here, Peregrine Pendants has submitted 7 pendants and 1 awesome bracelet that I absolutely love. People love, like Taylor Swift, to wear ancient coins, and this is an absolutely great way to do it. I did bring loose coins. These are usually about $20 each. They're Constantinian era coins, so Constantine the Great, but you can come in here and weed through and look through. There's all kinds of coins. There's even Islamic silver in here, whatever you want. You come through this box and search through whatever. On top of that, I have a number of slabbed coins. Slabs are not my usual number, but I have a lot of them here because there's a lot of coins that people have interest in.
Start with a Widow Mite, probably.
Widow's Mite. Okay, so I brought a number of Widow's Mites. These are from, I have these slabs so you can carry them and stuff, but just a Widow's Mite, you know, from the Bible, where the widow donated everything that she had, in this case a Widow's Mite, to the church, and he uses her as a reference, so we have a number of those. We also have another type of Indo-Scythian coin, which is the Magi from the Bible. We also have pretty much anything boat-related, animal-related, you name it. We have astrological coins. We have all kinds of type, because there's the interesting part about this hobby is there's no limit to what you can get into. There's provincials with all kinds of architecture. There's just everything that you can get into. One of the things I didn't even mention is we have samurai coins. There's a number of samurai coins here. I have these as examples. Samurai coins are just about as cool as it gets. Okay, so this is a Koban. I mentioned that. That is in that show on Netflix. What is it? The Blue-Eyed Samurai, I think it is. It's also with Meowth on Pokemon, but it's the actual feudal coin from that time period, which is samurais, and beautiful coin there. We have different examples of the different types of the denominations, and then we also have the silver coin that samurai traditionally kept in their swords.
Hello, my name is Tyler Rossi. I work with Shanna Schmidt Numismatics. We're based out of downtown Chicago.
Awesome. And what are we doing here?
We are at a really cool event where we're displaying some of the really interesting ancient coins we have. And in front of you, we actually have 3 interesting types. We'll start with this one, the Macedonian Olympus. It's an ancient form of lyre, the musical instrument. It's called a kithara, which is actually the etymology of the modern word guitar. And it was associated with the god Apollo, which was worshipped in that city. So this is a really interesting little piece from ancient Greece. And then over here, I thought it would be interesting to bring out our biggest coin and our smallest coin. The big one is what's called an os grave. It's a cast bronze coin from the Roman Republic. It's so large because they had no silver deposits in Italy at that time period, and they basically had to cast these coins so large to have the value be worth anything significant. And on the flip side, in the little Greek colony of Emporion out of Spain, is this tiny little Tetrartomorion. It's so small. It's 0.08 grams. And it's so small. It's got a little head of a ram on one side. And this is what's called a silver fractional. And it was thought that they carried them around in their cheek so they didn't lose them. But it's the small, quote unquote, small change of the ancient world.
Yeah. Super crazy.
First, we'll talk about the shipability, and we'll talk about the salvaging process in the shipyard, and then we'll talk about the current market forces that came on in the shipyard. So, the ship is called the Fleet and Atocha, or the Atocha for short. It's a Spanish galleon. It was the head of a treasure fleet that sank in 1622. They hit a hurricane right off the coast of Florida, hit a reef, and all of the contents were scattered. Wow. There was thought to be over $200 million of gold and silver coins
Or dram.
and one day, anything smaller than that, it just sank and was gone forever. The Spanish Empire tried to go find it,
And that is called the Tetrartomorion.
basically couldn't. They had a map that said this is where it could be, but we don't know. They kind of gave up.
The smallest is a hemitypar.
Scroll forward to the 1970s. There's this guy named Mel Fisher. He comes across, he's like a commercial diver. He trains people in school. And they're only 70s, so it's just first finally picking up. He comes across the map. It shows where the ship supposedly went down. He's picked up Spanish coins off the coast before he knows it. So he's already kind of seen this world. He's like, I have this ship, I have the boat, I have my family, let's go find it. So over the course of a decade, he searched for this. You have $200 million, gold, silver, emeralds, massive bars of just even ship that walks to the sea. He invented new techniques to fly the coins. So he put a big turbine on the back of his ship, on the back of his boat, to push water down the sand floor and we hauled the sand out of the way so we could find out. Innovating this success. His son ended up dying during the salvaging process. And so it became really personal for him to find the ship. In 1985, he finally found the majority of like the gold and the silver coin. It was went crazy on the news at the time. Sparked like a gold fever. A lot of other companies started going out looking for ships like this. It became one of the most popular shipwrecks in the world. On board the ship alongside coins and silver, the Spanish Empire was salvaging a bunch of raw materials in South America. So they made these coins out of the silver. They made gold coins out of the gold, and they made big copper bars to transport all the copper. Literally, scoop up dirt out of the ground, pour the hot copper into the ground, you buy it and pull it up. And you can see an image of what the actual copper bar would look like. It's about 55. They had about 500-ish. Get big coins. Before finding the silver and gold, Mel Fisher found the center of the ship that had all these bars on it.
That one
and he pulls them up.
Carried away.
We bought one of those bars at auction. And made coins out. That's a lot of people who make Atocha rounds or Atocha copper rounds like this. They'll take 10% of actual shipwreck copper and mix in their own copper and claim it's ours. It's just so they'll mix in 10% silver, claim it's 100 genuine. I'm very much against that. We have certificates of authenticity saying that they are 100%. It's literally, we pulled the bar out of the ocean that sat underwater for 100 years.
I got
made it once you can hold.
This one is 3.0.
We'll talk about the market. A silver coin from this rack is looked up on eBay. You cannot buy one for less than $1,000. Damn.
So they did
it's a super famous wreck, and those are like crappy examples. Literally one. This is one of those examples of a fake
$5.
A fake one. But like, look at the quality.
Most people use the bronze or the copper.
That's messed up. That's the general quality. Like that's the general quality of a coin that's been underwater for 100 years. But this is a low-grade example. The high-grade example. So we wanted to make something that's a little more approachable to the common collector who wants to start getting into shipwreck coins and hold something. It's underwater for literally hundreds of years, or a massive treasure.
This is
We only asked $200 for one of these. There's some that are like bevel struck, right, like a ridge around the edge to pick colors, but it's weighing at about an ounce. So I probably said, you want to grab one?
Yeah.
We will negotiate, but it's this. And I can. Everything is negotiable. So we can wait till I get back to my office.
Yeah.
And I'll show a couple of different options or something. I'll scan you some down. I'll let you just set on. So is this entirely? Yeah. So these are the largest denomination silver coin the Spanish Empire made. So it would be the equivalent of this. So this is a modern 1 ounce silver coin the United States makes. This is the 1 ounce silver coin of that. But back then, like, we don't have credit cards, you don't even have cash. It's literally just this. And because the Spanish Empire was the richest at the time, they basically, their coins was what facilitates trade. I have a coin here, minted in Mexico, ended up on a Dutch shipwreck. Also happens to be minted in 1731. George Washington was born in 1732. So these actually have a direct link to the founding of our nation. The British Empire didn't supply the colonies with any coins. They didn't have any. They were literally trading with Native Americans with beads and shells and lamp. That's crazy. But the coins that they did have were the Spanish colonial reals. And Spanish silver is actually legal tender in the United States until like the 1850s. So even like
Zachary Taylor
could have been using these, but like for the majority of George Washington's lifetime, the only coins he would have access to would be these. And like once the United States started minting coins, they only minted them in low quantities, and so the public wouldn't have access to these. They still are holding on to their 1 ounce silver coins.
Yeah, I might get in the Bolivia one up for one of these days because 5 fiance Bolivian.
Yeah, so that was one of the main mints for silver and gold. I mean, it also brings us one of the coolest stories, in my opinion, for coinage. It's the massive economic fraud, one of the largest in history. Basically, the people in charge of the mint in Bolivia were taking silver off of the coins before they were released and just pocketing. And so, because these are the largest traded coin, people started not trusting the Spanish coins that came out of that mint, and were like using other stuff. So that was hurting the Spanish Empire. And it actually ended up making them change their entire coinage, which is kind of wild. But here's an example of a coin that has a stamp on it. It's very weak, but that's the stamp marked for destruction. And you'll notice at the top, on the top of the slab, these are all marked as 8 reals. This one's marked as a 7.5. So it's slightly less silver.
Yeah.
It's marked as a lower denomination. Those are all marked to be melted down. And we only have examples of coins with these stamps marked for destruction because they were on the shipwreck. And that's not even, I mean, I could go on and on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Status, let's talk. I'll definitely get one of these and then probably. I gotta run to a dinner, but this was sick.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing me.